Hello, everybody out there. How is it going? Welcome to Flawless Rage 2, right here, and House Flipper live. Hope everybody's had a good weekend so far. You got a surprise Sunday stream straight away in the chat. I'm going to be saying hello there too. Baby Rax, hello Rax, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. So tonight we're going to be continuing on with the house we brought last week. We also have a talking point for tonight as well. So we'll get into that in just a little bit here. Also, there will be another video going up tonight as well, a little bit later on, where I'll be showing off some CDs. You might think that's not too exciting. Really, in a way, it isn't. But I'm going to be showing them anyway and everything. So, yes, let's get into this and have a bit of a House Flipper session tonight. Sunday streams are back for a little while. So that's pretty damn cool. Now, before we do anything, can I turn them on so I've got light? For the love of God, no I can't. Right, okay. In that case, what we'll do is we'll just delete these, because I do want some light out here for what I'm going to be doing. Starting off on the outside here tonight. Not there, is it? Lights. Okay. There we go. I believe it's getting dark in game, right? That's cool, Rax. Thanks for coming in and saying hi anyway. I may or may not still be here, but you can always watch the rest later if you want to. So yeah, thanks for coming in. You have a good time, whatever you're doing. So we're going to delete all these plants. You know I'm not a plant person. Not really. My garden actually seriously needs a cut. Quite badly. See you later. Cheers. Yeah, so my actual garden needs to be worked on. I need to do some shit to it, but quite frankly, I can't be bothered at the moment. And I can't because it's been raining, so yeah. All fun and games, innit? Right. Okay, so let's just fill that. Why does this game need to consistently be a dick to you? Right. So we need some stairs. Okay, you've got to find where them fuckers are now, ain't I'm not entirely with it tonight. Stairs are in here. Let's go for these ones. Why the hell not? And I will try and line that up by eye the best I can. And we'll go to about there. Son of a bitch! Okay, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Usually stairs these days seem to work out okay for me, but tonight, well, hang on, that looks like that's done okay. So we're going to be putting an all new fencing up round here. And what in the actual hell is that sticking in there? Oh, it's the bin lid. The clipping on this game is crazy. A few things have been done to this place since the last time you guys saw it. I'll take you through in just a minute. Exactly what has been accomplished here. So this, what was a garage, is no longer a garage. Let me take you around to it. I've got a gap in the fence. This goddamn fucking bin. It's now basically going to be a little house. It's going to be a kitchen come living room area here. In here, there's going to be a bathroom, and this is going to be like a bedroom, but it does lead straight out to the back garden. It's just like a little extra nook, say, like if you have anyone round to stay or anything like that. Instead of having them in your actual house, you can do that. So the garage has actually been turned into a house. I can't walk around that way. That's why there's a gap in the fence here, so I can still get around and about. Right, so that part's been sorted. Let's go inside this place, and you'll see it's very fucking dark in here. And all the walls have been torn down. I've done that. I've taken all the walls out in here. Upstairs is, in a way, kind of the same. I've still got all these rooms, but these ones are okay, so I'm going to leave those just for the time being there. So, right. We're going to do this place up and get it looking very, very nice, I hope. So this window I don't really think is necessary to our needs. So let's get rid of that. I will go try and get some lights going in here in a minute. I'll put the torch on. That'll do for now. It'll brighten things up a little bit at least. Right, okay. If you can hear anything in the background there, the hamsters decided to wake up, so there is that. Right, okay. Now downstairs here, there's not going to be a bathroom. I usually do a bath downstairs, but tonight I've decided in this house, let's do it a little bit differently. And let's make it just a living room, kitchen area. And everything should be good. So as you can see, there was an extra wall there. We've taken that out, and we're just going to play this one by ear. You know, there's not a very big house to do. So that's why I've decided to do the other house over there. Also, I might be doing 4 nights of Flipper this week, as we've got such a lot to do on here. And I really don't know if I'm going to get the time during the day to actually get on here and do this. So this week there won't be any GTA. There still will be WWP Victorious. That'll still be on a Thursday, but tonight, tomorrow night, Tuesday and Wednesday is probably going to be Flipper. Okay, so here we go. We've separated both rooms. Now we can actually get some lights in. I think that is the main thing to do first. A bit of paint work is necessary as well, but I really need light so we can see just what we're doing here. So let's get some lights in here. Let's go for something a little bit different here. I also have a plan for doing this house again. I have another plan for it. But this one's already been started. That's why I'm not doing it at the moment. Those switches won't work, so I'm going to use that. That fucking thing's coming out of the way as well. That's not even needed. Right. Okay, let's wire these lights up real quick. And then we should actually be able to see just what we're doing here. Crazy times. There we go. That's a lot brighter. Right, okay, lovely. So this is your living room area. Quite a nice little nook there, really. We're going to do a couple of windows and stuff. First thing is first, let's get rid of these bloody blocks on the stairs because they are annoying, to say the least. And, of course, we need windows. We need brand new windows in here. And that's what we're going to... Fucking hell, that's what we're going to do. I might go for a different window style. Let's go for this one. I never really used this one. A lamp has just fallen outside. I guess that's just the way it goes sometimes, right? How about this one? Nope. You don't want to have a window in you, and you've got no reason to not. Okay, let's crouch down a bit. Can we put anything in there? Oh, hello. Another lamp has just fallen outside. And they're still switched on. Oh well, screw it. We're not doing that at the minute. Right, I think the first things first, this entire ceiling needs a brand new coat of paint, doesn't it? Also here, you can see like the stairs. I mean, I could fill a gap, but that might be it might end up looking a little bit janky. But I might just keep it like that. Not really conventional, but not else a lot I can do with it, really. I'm going to paint this ceiling now. So, yeah. Let's get this done. And start painting this thing. That'll also help to brighten up this area as well. Quite a dark little room, this, really. So a new coat of paint will freshen everything up and just make it more homely kind of deal. Okay. Just freshen this ceiling up a bit. You can see where you need to go. What the hell is this hamster doing? Seriously. Planning his escape or something? I don't know. Okay. So yes, it's been quite a decent weekend, really. Had a few, a bit of music going yesterday, so that was nice. Blasted a bit of music out. Really good stuff, actually. So yeah, not bad at all. Right. Let me... Some things like, I mean, I could tell you what I listen to, but you might see the CDs come up on the CD videos, which are coming. One's coming tonight, so that's pretty damn cool. I think we're going to do the wallpaper first. Let's get some paper up. We'll try and make this a little bit more smarter, you know? Do you know what? That's not too bad. I might even go with that. Right. Let's make the gap, the area, I should say, bigger. Right. That's not too far off what was originally there. But I think it just looks nice. You know, that's looking... It's decent. It really is decent. I'm not carrying this up the stairs, though. I'll go up this wall, but I'm not carrying it up the stairs. Really, I should have brought paper closer to me. Right. Okay, let's carry on doing what we're doing here. Excellent stuff. Crouch down a little bit so we can get everywhere we need to. Now that lamp, I'm just going to say that doesn't work. Actually, should we try it first? No, it doesn't work. It's fucked. That can come down. Right. Carry on with the paper and... Fuck! I didn't mean to do that. It's going well so far. Stick around for more. Bloody hell. Right. Okay. So yeah, weekend. My weekend. I'll tell you about it. I may as well. Been to a car boot sale today. Didn't think it was going to happen. When I woke up today, it had been raining. But nope, there was still a car boot sale, and managed to pick up a few things. It was actually the last one of the year, so it was nice to be able to get to that and you know, pick up a few little bits and bobs. I picked up a couple of records, which will be upcoming Vinyl Fridays. And I also got some. I saw this geezer on a stall, and I was looking at the CDs and stuff, as you do. And he had these tapes there, cassette tapes. You guys know from the videos I've put out before that I still record and listen to my own cassettes. And I goes, how much are your cassettes? He went 20p each. I went, right, okay. So I thought, well, that's not too bad. I was going to try and buy a job lot, because even pre-recorded you can record over with a little trick. And so I was talking to him, and I said, do you know anybody who still records and listens to cassettes and that? And he was like, nope, haven't met one of them in years. And I go, hi, how you doing? He goes, really? You still? I went, yep, I still record, listen to my own cassettes and stuff like that. And he found a bunch of tapes that were actual recordable ones, and he gave them to me for free today. So I got a little bit of a bargain there. So that was nice. I was really grateful for those. Of course, I've got stuff on them, as most used ones do, but it was nice to be given something like that to use for free. And at a car boot sale, you don't often get, stuff that's going for free. Cheap, maybe. But yeah, it was really nice to be given them, so I appreciate that. So that was a really nice thing. And yeah, just wandered around, saw the usual fucking suspects there. You notice it. You get these people and you start to notice their patterns and stuff at every car boot. There's one every time I go to one, there's always this three of the same blokes are always there. And there's this one woman there. And I don't mean sellers either. These are actual buyers. There's this woman who goes around telling her fucking life story to anybody who'll listen on the stalls. And there's these other blokes as well. One of them thinks he's picking up deals and stuff, and he's a bit of a hog. He's the one who usually goes for records or CDs and stuff. So if you see sort of like records and CDs at a boot sale, you really got to scan through and stuff before he comes along. If not, you're fucked. You won't get a look in otherwise. He's a bit of a... Well, I think he's a bit of a twat myself, but I don't even know the guy personally, but you get a vibe off people, don't you? Son of a bitch. So, yeah. But that was quite nice. I've noticed, by just watching and everything, you can honestly learn a lot about people's mannerisms and like the way they are. There's this other guy who goes there. He mainly goes there for CDs though. He's got he wears a motorbike jacket. He actually rides a motorbike. I've seen him about on it. And you watch out for people like him and that, because these are the sort of people that they stand there. And you've you've either got to stand there and wait till they're finished, or anything. They won't. So like, there's two boxes of CDs next to each other. He'll act like he's looking through both at the same time, instead of you looking. So yeah, doesn't work like that with me. I sort of I kind of move them out of the way. That's like that one geezer who I was telling you about a minute ago. He was there today and he was trying to muscle in and stuff. I moved him on. I basically ran him off the stall. I thought, I didn't have a go at him or anything, you know. There's no point of doing that just over a few fucking, like, 50p CDs or anything, you know, but you get people like that, don't you? But no, last one of the year, so yeah, that's been okay. If I had to talk about my car boot experience of 2024, I'd say it was all right. It weren't too bad. Some of the things were quite expensive at this year's, but with how much things cost these days, you can't really wonder at it. In all fairness, you know. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. I did enjoy it and everything, and I'll be down there next year. That's that's why I waited till today to put a CD video out. I bought loads of CDs over the past few months. So I'm going to be showing about 15 to 20 at a time. And they'll be like part 1, part 2, part 3, and they'll be called CD pickups, so you'll know what they are. And I'll just run through them and show you what I've got. And I'll be putting them out. I don't know how often I'll be putting them out, but maybe sort of like once, twice a week, something like that. I haven't really decided yet. But I'm sure it's gonna be good, and I hope you'll like them. You know, I hope you'll enjoy the videos. It's just a little extra something to have on the channel, you know. Where the fuck am I even looking now? There, decorations, floor decor, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. That's small, but I think you can expand it, so we'll do that. Go for that because let's take a fringe off it. No, actually, fuck it. Let's have a fringe on it, and let's do that white. And the fringe itself, we'll do in a green, I think. Oh, I ain't one of the ones you can expand. Okay, let me get one that you can then. Yeah, I've got that one, but what about this one? Nah. We'll try this one. We'll do the same thing. Same colours. I'll put one close there. That way I can maybe put a couple in here. Looking good. Right. Next thing. I don't even know if I can fit it in, but we'll try it. I want to put a fireplace in here. You know, I'm trying to go with the seasons. I don't know what your mileage is like, but here in the UK now we're starting to get to that place where it's fucking cold and everything. You know, starting to get into autumn, the rainy sort of season and stuff. And, you know, you just want to feel warmth, really, don't you? I mean, today, since March, I've had my fan running. Today's the first day I switched it off. Well, I've switched it off in the meantime to clean it, but today's the first day I've actually switched it off because it's been so fucking cold. All right, let's get some decorations. I'm going to put some pictures up. And I think I'll do a custom jobby. Just as soon as I can find a frame, which I do believe I found here. In the chat, Pam is in. Hello, Pam. Welcome to the stream. Fantastic to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. Right. Let's get some of these. So, yeah, don't forget the CD videos coming out later on tonight. Come on. Right. I'm going to go with some pop art on the wall. And we do have a bit of a talking point tonight. That could be a bit too big. Right, 'cause, 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 We'll go with the same one. Actually, what about that? That'll do, won't it? Right. What else should we have? Ooh, that's quite a nice one. If we can make that a little bigger, we can put that above the fireplace there. Oh, nice one, Pam. That's awesome. I just bought a fucking blank frame. What the fuck am I even doing? So we have a talking point tonight. Let's get on to that. So, it just literally came to me before my wife has gone up to bed now. We've got to be up in the morning. Kids got to go to school, so it's another 5:30 jobby. And I was talking to her. And everything before she went up. And we was talking about sort of like when we met and stuff like that. And I thought, we've never actually spoken about that before on the channel. So that's tonight's talking point. How did you meet your current partner, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever? How did you meet them? Me, I met my wife. Well, first of all, when I left school, I didn't go to college. It was something that I just wasn't even really remotely interested in. So, I went to this place, which, I mean, I never really had much confidence at school. And we went to this. I went to this place, which was at the time called SET. I can't even remember what it was fucking stood for. And for a little while, it was okay there. I didn't mind being there. Pam says we were friends and neighbours to start with. Oh, that's cool. And I remember going there to see what the place was like, see if I was interested in going. I walked in the room. My wife was already going there at the time. And I clapped eyes on her. And I was just looking at her the whole fucking time when I was there. And I just turned to my mum and said, I want to come here. Fuck, dude, go in there doing anything. You know, we all know why I wanted to go there. And my mum said, are you sure? And I went, abso-fucking-lutely. So she went, okay then. She arranged for me to go there. And I would talk to my wife when I was there. Obviously, we would just sort of like, you know, just say hi kind of thing, you know, nothing too overly drastic. And things progressed, and things progressed, and things progressed. And it got to my 18th birthday. And me being Mr. fucking Johnny Big Balls here, I went outside and she was sitting there with her friend. Her friend also kind of liked me as well. But then again, her friend liked all the fucking boys. And her friend was a bit creepy, though. She'd take pictures of you without you knowing it. And it was a bit weird. Yeah, she had this friend who went there. I went outside on my 18th birthday when I was there. And I said, right, come on then. Which one of you girls is going to give me a juicy birthday kiss? And her friend who did like me was sort of like just sort of like embarrassed and shy and everything. And I looked at my wife and I go, how about you? And I grabbed hold of her hand, picked her up, and I kissed her on the face. And then she put her head on my shoulder. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? And and after liking her, I was like, okay, this could work out for me quite well here. So I I went. I was just sort of like, I went and spoke to who was a friend at the time, and I went and spoke to him, and I was like, "Fucking hell, did you see that?" And he was like, "Yeah, you want to do something about that? Um, you want to do something about that? Well, you can." I was like, "Yeah." So, because I'd just turned 18, one of the teachers or helpers there, I should say, he was a legend. He sadly passed away now, but he was an absolute fucking legend. He took me and two of the other lads who I was friends with down to the local snooker hall to have a couple of games and a few beers. We was only really allowed to have one beer. I had six. And so I was like, I'm gonna ask her out, but I'm jumping ahead of myself. Half the story's missing. After she put her head on my shoulder, I sort of like turned to my mate and I said, you saw that? He went, yeah. I said, well, what the fuck should I do? He goes, what the fuck do you think you should do, you twat? Ask her out. And so that's exactly what I did. I thought, right, okay. Pam says, I was very shy for anyone to get near. I made him wait. The waiting game is difficult. I got respect for that. Yeah. No, I just sort of, because this friend who liked me, she could never keep anything to herself. And the day after, she, who was now my wife, put her head on my shoulder. I turned to her and she came in sort of like giggling like a fucking school kid. And I went, what the hell's the matter with you? You fucking washing a different way this morning or something? And she goes, no, I can't tell you though. I went, why can't you tell me? I can't. And I went, why? What's going on? And she went, I can't. She might have changed her mind by Tuesday. I went, fucking Tuesday? What's Tuesday got to do with anything? So I was like, oh, well, I thought, I just went to it, you fucking lost the plot, you have. Walked indoors knowing full well she'd tell my mate what's happened and that he'd tell me. So that plan worked out perfectly because that's exactly what happened. I went into the toilets for a few minutes, came out, she came in, and as I was coming out, I heard her say, don't tell him. And he went, yeah, okay, I won't. As soon as she'd gone in the door shut, guess what, mate, he went. I went, what? You know you like her? I went, yeah. She goes, well, she likes you too. I went, really? She went, yeah. No, do something fucking about it. I went, what? Ask her out. I said, yeah, okay, sure. So I thought, right, well, we're going down for a drink on Friday. I'll get a bit of Dutch courage and I'll do it then. So I went down. Like I say, we were supposed to. Got to Friday, and like I said, we were meant to have 1 pint. I had fucking 6, and and yeah, it kind of worked itself out from there. Really, I mean, I was fucking so sort of like, not expecting it to go the way it fucking did. But it worked out so perfectly. It really did. I went down that snooker fucking hall. I sunk those balls into the pockets. Clean minds. And when I got back, I wanted to sing a minute something. No, I put the balls in the pockets. I drank the beer, and this bathroom's okay. I might just redesign this a little bit. Then it got to the point where sort of like You know, I even asked the bloke who was working there, the helper, what would I do? What should I do? And he says, well, how much do you like her? And I said, a hell of a lot. I have done ever since I started here. He goes, well, you know what you got to do then, don't you? And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, then. So we finished the drink. I went back. She was sitting outside having a fag, as you do. And I walked up to her, sat right beside her, I went, you right? And she went, yeah, did you have a nice time? I said, yeah, it was all right. She goes, that's good. And then I said, something to ask you. She went, me? I went, yeah. I went, what? And then I said to her, I hear you like me. Right, she went. I go, well, I like you too. I have done for a long time. Do you want to, give it a go? And she was like, yeah. I said, seriously? She went, yeah, sure. And I said, no, don't fuck with me. Are you serious? She went, yes, definitely. I go, can I get your phone number then? And she was like, yeah. She gave me a phone number there and then on the spot. And then we had, that's basically, I had the phone number. That very night I fucking rang her. I thought, I'm not going to fucking make her fucking wait. I'm going to, I ain't going to be one of these people who sort of like, gets the number and doesn't call her and then thinks that something's done wrong. We've all seen the American TV shows and British ones. I thought, well, best thing to do is to call her. And I thought, well, if I do that, does it make me look fucking desperate? Will I look serious? What's going on? And so I thought, well, I don't give a fuck how it looks. I waited a long ass time. So I called her. We were on the phone a little while. I went home, told my mum I had a girlfriend. My mum was like, fucking finally, because I'd never really had a girlfriend up until that point. Then the very next day, she called me. She was going to be coming through the little village where I lived at the time. She was going to the garden centre with her dad and asked me if I wanted to go. I said, yeah. I ran from my fucking house all the way down there. I was knackered when I got down there, but by the fucking Christ, I ran down to where she was. That was in... That was a long time ago. It was a hell of a long time ago. I'm trying to work out how many years it was. 12... It's about... Let me think about this. That was 22 years ago. And we're still here. Now we're married and got 2 kids. And that was just by me going down there, getting fucking 6 pints of beer in me and, playing it and finding out that she liked me and stuff as well. Crazy, right? Pam says, hope you had deodorant on. Pam, I always have deodorant on. I used to be so paranoid back then that I'd bath or shower like fucking twice a day. Because I was still a teenager myself, and we all know how much teenagers can smell. So, yeah, no, I even to this day, the first thing I do is get up in the morning, go and have a good fucking, either have a bath or just have a scrub down. And I get through so much fucking deodorant, I really do. Honestly, you walk in my house, it smells like a fucking aftershave shop or something. It really, it's quite pungent in my house. I know, you was joking. And, we're together all these years later. And it reminded me of that when she went up, we were just, I don't know what caused it. I think it's because we've been watching this show on Netflix, and there's this couple on there, they're married and everything, and been together a long time and stuff. And I thought to myself, well, you know, there's some similarities what we've been watching as well. But yeah, no, that's it was nice to, talk about it and relive it, because that part of my life I don't really share all that much. I tend to, I'm an open book. You can ask me absolutely anything and I'll give you a straight, honest answer. But that part of my life I usually keep private, but it's something to talk about, because it's going to make me sound like a soppy old cunt, but I am so happy that I made that decision on that day to not to drink beer. Well, there's never a bad time to drink beer, but I'm happy I made that decision on that day to, to go back and ask her out and stuff, because otherwise I don't think I'd have had her. And we had all the usual factors that, everyone faces, like people trying to break us up and all that bollocks. I mean, we had the fucking helpers, I mean, if you want to call them helpers, at the actual fucking place we was going to try to break us up. They didn't like seeing us together. I even, not in anybody's way, I, we'd sort of like sneak out and have a, sneaky snogging sesh. And there wasn't good enough. The teachers or helpers, whatever the fuck they were, kept trying to, get involved, break us up and all that. And that actually did happen. They tried and tried and tried to break us up. In the end, this place we was going to, we could have stayed there another few years, but we both thought that enough was enough, and we both left. I stayed on a year after she left, but there was just way too much shit with things going on. The guy who I thought was my friend then turned and wasn't my friend anymore, because he's a penis, and to this day he's still a penis and has to ask his wife permission if he can go for a fucking shit. No fucking joke. And I'm just happy about that decision that I made, to do that. And Pam says it is scary starting a new relationship. It really is very scary starting a new relationship. You don't know what way it's going to go, and you've got to learn all about your partner's quirks and what they like, what they don't like, and things like that. But me and her are into the same thing. Now, she likes paranormal. I love paranormal. She likes, our music tastes differ a little bit. But I'll listen to anything. I don't really mind what she puts on. We're in kind of, grew up in the same era. So all like TV shows of yesteryear, we both know and talk about, and we talk about them in front of our kids and confuse the hell out of them. It's funny as hell, it's just it's just really nice to have that, bond. And like most couples, we have been through so much shit. I mean, a lot of it. There has been a mountain of crap thrown our way. Her parents don't like me even. Why don't they like me? It might be something to do with I pretty much told her dad to fuck off once. And I'll even tell you one thing, I'm sure she wouldn't mind. When she used to live at home, she was like a fucking live-in housekeeper. Her dad would sit on his fucking arse all day watching TV. And, he would, if he wanted a cup of tea or something, he wouldn't get off his own arse to make it. He'd go and ask her to do it. you know, to this day, she doesn't really like to go and make a cup of tea because she's had so much of it growing up. And if she was doing something and her dad didn't like the way she was doing it, he used to turn to her and say, "Oh, you prat." Well, I heard him say that once, and I went up to him right in the fucking face, and I said, "Excuse me, what did you just say to her?" I said, "Don't you ever call her a fucking prat again, or I'll show you what a fucking prat is." I said, "No, you can fucking, you know." And ever since I had a go at him for it that day, he stopped. He thinks he's tough. Well, he's got this sort of like thing, like he doesn't care what he says because he's got family behind him. Yeah, well, his family are, you know, I mean, he's my father-in-law, and I can't stand the cunt. And they've proved themselves over the years just what kind of people they are as in-laws. They don't like me, that's fine. I don't like them, I couldn't give a shit. I used to feel sorry for my wife for it, sort of like, you know, sorry that they don't like you kind of thing. They don't want to know you because of you being with me. And she goes, "I'm not fucking worried about it." These also, you know, they call themselves grandparents. They're not grandparents. My kids don't really know who they are, and it's their own fault. Why is it their own fault? I mean, okay, yes, I understand her dad's got health conditions. I will let that slide. You can't help being ill, and you can't help what you go through in life. That is fine, right? But there comes a fucking point where sort of like you think, you know, these are your grandchildren. You could at least take a fucking interest, but nope, they don't. I'm not just saying that because of, you know, I'm not just saying that. This is the God's honest truth, right? They don't give a shit about my wife. My wife had her birthday this year, turned 43. My wife didn't get a card, nothing, not even anything through the post. If they can't come down, you know, because of his health conditions, at least the least thing they could do is send a card through the post and give her a phone call. Didn't even get that. My daughter last year had her 8th birthday. Nothing. They don't even send my kids anything. My son this year, back in February, turned 15. He's rapidly approaching 14. Nothing. And I'm not bullshitting. This is what we're dealing with here. These are the kind of fucking degenerate fucking idiots that we're dealing with here. Literally, you know, my wife, I am kind of, me and the kids are all she's got, really. You know, which is sad to think that her own parents don't really want to know her because they don't agree with her decision on who she chose as a husband. But they always say you can't help who you fall in love with. That's true. So, you know, to that respect, I sort of like, you know, I mean, I don't give a fuck. She's got a sister. My wife has got a sister. She don't like me either. It's fine. I don't really care for her much, none either, to be fair. They've got, her sister has a child, and her, you never take anything out on a child at all, but they absolutely adore that one because it lives with her. The sun shines out of that one's fucking arse, you know. But my kids, nah. And yet, her sister only has one child. And yet, that's a granddaughter. That's another granddaughter. My son is the only grandson that they have, and they don't give a fuck. I'm not saying they should feel so. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for him because he has ADHD or anything like that. I don't want to play like that, you know. But you know, they're not parents. They're fucking wankers. And there's a you know, that's like I mean, my mum. When my mum sees them kids, they don't want for nothing. I'm going to see my mum next weekend. We're going up hers for the day. And she, you know, my mum is so fucking disgusted with them. My mum's been wanting to ring them a few times and have a go at them, and my wife said there's not really much point. They just won't take any notice of you anyway if you did. And, you know, her dad, you see, is one of these guys who's a bit of a fucking know-all. You know, thinks he knows everything there is to know about everything, one of them. So, you know, that's the kind of level of dick we're dealing with here. And, yeah, Pam says it's unfair. It is unfair. I don't care if they don't like me. My wife doesn't care if they don't want anything to do with her. This room's not too bad, actually. I might keep it how it is. You know, but taking out on the kids, that's a no-no. You know, you would have thought they would have, you know, took more interest, but they don't. As far as I'm concerned, they can go fuck themselves and stick their other grandkid as far up their ass as they can. And you know, obviously we've been to see them before, and we've tried to make an effort. They just never come round here. It's because they don't like me, and that's fair enough. I'm not going to tell them to fuck off every time, but if they overstep the mark, and I think that's what part of it is. They never wanted her to move out. She met me. She moved out. They wanted to always have that extra little bit of control, but I took that away from them. They never had anyone really talk back to them. I have. That's why they don't like me. There is another reason they don't like me, but I won't go into that one. But yeah, they can go and fuck themselves as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that is basic. I'll stop there, but that is basically the story of how I met my missus. We're together all these years, and I don't see that ever ending, because I genuinely, you know, of course, I mean, I've always been. You hear me on here, sort of like, you know, cool. Look at the, you know, I wouldn't mind a bit of her and stuff. That's always been me. That's what I'm like. If you meet me in person, you'd be ashamed to fucking walk through the street with me. You know, I'm fucking, you know, but I say it in front of her. And everything like that, and we get on like a house on fire. Of course, we've had arguments in the past. Every couple argues. If you show me a couple who doesn't argue, I'll look at you and call you a liar, because every couple fucking argues. You know. But yeah, Pam's right. I did find myself someone special. She's very special. You know, so yeah, there is that to it. But in any event, that's pretty cool. So Pam, you said you knew your partner as a neighbour and friend first. That's the best way, because at least you get to know them a bit first, you know. A lot of people these days don't do it the old-fashioned way, you know. And I'm going to sound like a right boomer now, but I don't really care. You know, the old-fashioned way is the best. Actually get to know somebody. Nowadays, it's all sort of like, go on a fucking dating app and, you know, would you fuck me on the first day? Would you use protection? No. To both to both fucking things, you know. No. That's like that these days. It's all fucking on a dating app. And how many of them relationships last? Long-lasting relationships, you know, long-lasting relationships don't work like that. They take time, and you have to build them. Communication is key. They take a long time. To build a lasting relationship, it takes a long time and a lot of hard work, but if you really care for that person, love that person, you go through it and you do it. That's what I've done. You know, my wife is and my kids. I can't leave them out. You know, that's one of the best fucking decisions I've ever made in my life, and I've made some dumb decisions. Decisions. Can't even talk now. Let's have some water and think about that. You know, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. But no, I'm very happy that I found her, and I'm over the fucking moon that we're, you know, been together this long. I mean, there ain't no fucking going back now. You know, we've always really got on. And the thing about it is, a lot of people you hear these jokes, don't you, by these men and stuff who sort of like, oh, you can't win an argument with a woman. Don't fucking argue with her, then. Don't be a dick. You know, why would you argue with somebody you're supposed to love or anything like that? Doesn't make no sense to me. It really doesn't. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. I'm just going to pop out here because I want to just finish this off before we finish here tonight. You know, the thought of me arguing with my wife, I hate it. We have had arguments, of course we have. I fucking hate it. I really hate it. That isn't because sort of like, oh, you don't win, mate, or anything like that. I don't give a fuck if I win or not. What's the fucking point in shouting at somebody and upsetting them and hurting their feelings when you allegedly love them? There is no point. There is no reason to it. Why the fuck do it in the first place? Okay, yeah, I'm not saying me and my wife are never going to argue again. We probably will, and it'll probably be about some dumb shit. Pam says, my late husband always argued but was drunk. Yeah. You know, every couple does. But you just move through it. I'll be completely honest with you. The actual thought of me standing there and having a go at my wife makes me feel sick. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. You know, I don't ever want to argue with her again. I don't. And we used to argue. When we first got together, there was quite a lot of, you know, things. And even then, I was like, oh, I do not like this. There genuinely is no point in arguing. I learned that life is too short to fucking argue. But when you first get into that relationship, you're still trying to work each other out, aren't you? You know, you're still trying to figure out what one person likes, what they don't. Things like that. So it's just something that we deal with and we work through and we learn from. Communication is key, though. 100%, I truly do believe communication is key. Because without it, how are you going to know anything? Without it, you're fucked. And also, listen to your partner. Don't be a cunt and be sort of like, you know, not listening. Pam says, I thought it was normal as my dad used to fight. No. It's not normal at all. But, you know, it shapes you into the person that you become. Growing up, it does. And I think when it comes to how much I love my wife and care for her, I've got a lot of my dad in me when it comes to that, especially around my mum. My dad, God rest him, he fucking idolised the ground my mother walked on. He was one of them. He idolised everything about my mum. And, you know, that was lovely to see. And growing up around that, I think sort of like, you know, that's taught me sort of like, well, you don't do this and you don't do that. And you have respect. Without respect in a relationship, you ain't got fucking anything. So, you know, if you've got that one person and you're out there and, you know, you truly do love every single thing about them, tell them. Look at them right now and say, you know what, I love every fucking thing about you. Let's do some shit tonight. You know, tell them. Because in life, there ain't much second chances. You know. So let them know. And I'll tell you one other thing. Pam says Paul is really great to me. That is fantastic. Nice one, Paul. And even though I mean I've got to know you, Pam, over the over the chat and stuff and everything, but even I can tell you're a keeper. So nice one, Paul. Look after her because she's awesome and she's my mate. So you know. But yeah, it's lovely to have that. It is lovely to have that, and I'm really happy, like I say, that I've got my, I've got my wife, and well, I love the fucking bones of her, I really do. And it works more. I think you respect them more if something, you love them anyway, but if something happens, you realise how much you love them. My wife was really ill once. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I don't think it was last year. But my wife was taken into hospital. I actually could have lost her. I'm not going to lie. Thankfully, it didn't come to that, and she was all good again. But yeah, scary. That's when it hits you and kicks you square in the fucking bollocks. Like, how much you love this person and how much you look after him and everything. It's fucking, it's not easy. No relationship is easy, but, there does come a point where sort of like you think about everything and you sum things up and you're like, okay, something has to change, like this fucking tree's in the way. There we go. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you've got Paul, Pam. And I'm really happy that you're happy. And everything's, just keep going on day by day, and communication. That's everything you need to know in a relationship. Anything else is just, well, not really worth knowing, really, is it? Right. Before we go here tonight, I'm going to do a little bit of work out here. I was going to go and do this CD video, which I still will do, but I just want to do something here first. So yes, 4 nights of Flipper this week. I can't be asked to do GTA. I think I might leave GTA for when I'm on with Boston. Pam says, I'm lucky to have found someone special too. You are. That's great. It really is fantastic. I'm so happy that you found that one person. Support and lots of and everything, just showing that you care. That's something that not a lot of people do these days, but show that you care. Getting quite deep now, aren't we? But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yes, let's get some more work done here. So I want to transform that area into a bedroom. Pam says he's over 6 foot. So am I. I'm 6'6". Yeah, it was pretty good. Really good stream tonight. Really good chat, and a glimpse into my personal life kind of thing. But I wanted to share it. Talking about that with my wife. 6'3", that's not small either. That's actually... Pam, you've actually got quite a man there, damn. Nice one. That's really good. Right, just going to chuck a door on this. They'll put an exterior door there as it leads out to the garden. Don't be a bastard, go on there. Sometimes you want to get this game, you want to find the creators of this game and rip their bollocks off. Will any fucking door go on there? Oh, there's one. Right, lovely. And now I can put a standard door in there, even though there's plants clipping through, but we don't give a shit about that, do we? There we go. Now we can turn that into a bedroom, and then you walk through, and you've got just like a little bit more access to your garden area. Because there's going to be this, what was a garage is going to be a little house. And we'll be doing some of that tomorrow night, I think. How long have we been going for here? 1 hour and 7. That'll do for tonight, I think. If Boston, you're watching this later on, I hope you're okay, bro. Pam, thank you for coming in tonight. It's been wonderful to see you. I'll be back tomorrow night with some more House Flipper 2. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for listening to tonight's true story. It's been nice to be able to share that. And everything. Pam says thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming in, Pam. Take good care of yourself. Stay safe. Much love to you. Boston, if you're watching this later, bro, hope you're okay. Much love to you as well. But before I go, I'm going to shout these guys out because these guys are absolutely friggin' amazing. So first, right there, Pam's Game TV 2000. The architect, the artist, the Picasso of House Flipper, right there. If you want content that is going to blow your friggin' mind when you watch it and think, how in the hell did she do that? Pam's Game TV 2000 you want for House Flipper 2. She is absolutely incredible, to say the very least. So go sub to Pam's Game TV 2000. You're more than welcome there, Pam. And also to my bro, Boston Tea Party, who does Mega Mansions. He's a great guy, and puts a lot of time and effort into his builds, into his videos. So please go sub to Boston Tea Party as well, right here on YouTube. Once again, thank you for watching. Keep your eyes open, because in just a little bit here, there is going to be a CD Pickups Part 1 video of just some of the CDs I've picked up over the past few months with car boot sales, charity shops, that kind of thing. So keep your eyes and ears open for that one. That is coming tonight, and I'll be back. Pam says, nearly done my new office. Ooh, okay, can't wait to see that. That sounds, knowing you, Pam, that's going to be absolutely incredible. So yeah, can't wait to see that one. But yes, look out for the CD video tonight, and also I'll see you guys tomorrow night right here for some more HF2. Thank you for watching once again. It's been a pleasure to be here. And all that's left for me to say now is don't forget to subscribe here if you're new. Turn on them post notifications to be notified every single time I upload a brand new video or stream. Also follow me on Instagram at Flawless Rage 2 and over there on Twitch at BuzzRush13. That is BuzzRush13 on Twitch. I hope to see you over there sometime. Until tomorrow night, thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. Until tomorrow night, guys, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and always remember to be you, be the real you, be the true you, because no point in being anything else, is there? Take care, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, stay safe, and good night, everybody.